The controversial law in Texas banning so-called sanctuary cities faces resistance from law enforcement officials across the state.
The tiny town of El Cenizo, the lead plaintiffs in the first lawsuit filed against the sanctuary cities ban.
There are a lot of people who are scared. We're not in the business of separating families. But this whole notion that we welcome undocumented criminals is just false.
SB4 says that every local police officer, sheriff, and mayor throughout Texas now needs to enforce immigration law. It also imposes fines in the tens of thousands of dollars, jail time, and even removal from office for violations of the law. And it's inevitably going to result in racial profiling. And what's going to happen is all these police officers and police chiefs are going to over-enforce.
I'm worried. I'm worried because, my career, it can end as well. We can be penalized, or even they'll give us jail time. So it's gonna put us in a very bad spot because our training is different, our education is different than an immigration officer though. I want to be out here and making people feel safe, build the trust back between the police and the community. I don't want them to feel afraid.
Pretty peaceful, huh?
The four largest cities in Texas are now party to a lawsuit to stop the state's new immigration law from going into effect.
This just in, the Justice Department has filed a statement siding with Texas over its SB4 law.
SB4 is patently unconstitutional. It is bad policy for localities who are going to end up losing trust in their communities.
I want you to remember the town name of El Cenizo, Texas.
In Texas, we embrace diversity, we don't suppress it. Any law that poses a threat to our constitutional rights and discriminates a certain segment of the population will be fought. So let us be very clear that this is bigger than Texas. This will determine the future of our country, and I'm proudly here joining against Senate Bill 4. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sorry. We're just talking about SB4.
And that's just the governor of Texas?
If the judge says the law is okay here, then I think lots of other states around the country are going to pass it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so. Because everyone in this town pretty united against it.
I've seen everyone come out in support of the lawsuit because we understand. I mean, I have a very hard time when, parents come and grant over all of their power of attorney
in the case
that something does happen.
Right. And immigration, it's like this big policy issue, but what gets lost in all this abstraction of all these statistics is sort of the human dimension of it. There's so much stuff on the news, and it's just, the debate gets so polarized and so heated that people forget that they're talking about people trying to make a life for themselves.
Yeah. Why El Cenizo? Why a small, poor municipality along the U.S.-Mexican border? El Cenizo has always been at the forefront of immigrant and Hispanic and Latino issues. I hope history looks at El Cenizo as the community that led the way.